Hey, this is a help video for your first quiz in Secondary Math 1. So when you're in Canvas, click on my course. This is the one that says A1 Secondary Math. It's got power lines. I'm going to click on that. And here's your first quiz. And it looks right there. Oh, I was going to draw on it. Here we go. Here's your first one. And let's jump on in there. So I'm going to click on it. And there's a short video that you can watch. And if you click on it, this is from Khan Academy, and hopefully it would help. But down here is your quiz, and it's on this little button right here. I'm going to click that button. It opens a new tab, My Open Math, and I'm going to start the quiz. So, first question. Desmond is 2 inches taller than Nikki. 2 inches taller than Nikki. Well, I don't know, but here's Nikki. So if I can draw Nikki here, there's Nikki. And Desmond is 2 inches taller than that. So I feel like this is Desmond here. We'll put a D here, and we'll put an N here. Okay, well, I think that's pretty clear. So Desmond is 2 inches taller. So we don't know how tall either one of them is, except that Nikki is T. So we're going to put here, Nikki is T. I'll write that in the box. Now, Desmond is 2 inches taller. So would you say that that's add, subtract, multiply, or divide? Well, I feel like it's add. 2 inches taller is plus 2. I'm going to type that right in the box. So, excuse me. So Desmond is 2 inches taller than Nikki, so you take Nikki's height and just add 2 to it, and then you'd get Desmond. So if you put 2 inches on top of Nikki, you'd have Desmond's height. Sure enough, that's right. Now, what if I'd got it wrong? Let's just play around a little bit. What if I'd said times? So I'm going to do Shift 8 to get a times symbol. Notice, by the way, X is not times. X is not right. But Shift 8 gives you that little dot. That's a times symbol if you want. So let's say I thought it was times instead. It would turn red. And I want you to notice something. Look up here. This here is how many times you can do that question over again. And it said 99 when I started the quiz. Now it went down to 98. So I used up one of 100 attempts. So you can really do these questions lots of times. So let's just kind of change that back to plus. Then I'm going to go up here to the next question. Oh, and you can also pull this menu down. You can see which ones you've done right, and you can do them over. Linda and Juan went shopping. Linda spent $16 less than Juan. So what you're trying to figure out is this add, subtract, multiply, or divide. And you're like, which one of those is less than? And you've got a Z, or whatever letter it tells you. So it's going to be Z, and then whichever one of these things you think, and then 16. So I'm going to let you think about that. I think you can do it. Jake studies for a big test. Julie studied half as long. Which one of these would be half? Add, subtract, multiply, or divide? So remember, you start with R, right? So you put R in there, and you say, how do I get half? So try one of those. And then Marcus bought T movie posters for $3 each. $3 each. How do you do that? Well, again, is that add, subtract, multiply, or divide? Now, I'm just going to point out on this one, sometimes students say add on this one. Let's just think about that for a minute. So if you said that this is $3 each is plus, let's take an example. What if I bought 10 posters at $3 each? I think most of you would understand that that would be $30 of posters. So I'm going to put a little arrow here. That would get you $30 of posters would get you 10 posters. It's hard to write with this mouse here. Okay, but what if, so if it was plus, it wouldn't be that. If it was plus, it would be 10 plus 3, which would be $13. So would $13 get you 10 posters? Not at $3 each, it wouldn't, because your first poster is $3. Next poster's $3. Next poster's $3. Next poster's $3. Next poster's $3, and so on. So you know it's going to be a multiple of 3. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. So there's no way it's going to be 10 plus 3, because 10 plus 3 is 13, and that's not any one of those numbers. Can't be right. Can't be right. Let's make it even bigger. What if it was 100 posters? Wouldn't that cost you $300? It would. It would. So it's not plus. It's not plus. All right. I'll let you think about that. All right. So here, all you're trying to figure out is this part right here in italics, and you're going to turn that into math. So it says 6 less than a number. How would you write 6 less than a number? Well, less than is going to be subtract. Let's just do one thing here. So I get a lot of students that do this, and then they get it wrong, and then they say, oh, I guess I suck at math. I'll just quit and drop out. Don't do that. All right. So they do this. They do 6 minus x, and they submit it, and they go, oh, it's red. I guess I'm stuck. Let's think about this one a little longer. 6 less than a number. So what if we said your little brother is 6 years less than your age? And let's say that you're 16 years old. So if your little brother is 6 years less than your age, wouldn't your little brother be 10? Of course. I think all of you would get that. So your little brother is 6 years less than you. So how did you go from 16 to 10? Did you do 6 minus 16 to get there? I don't think you did, because if you did, you'd get negative 10. And that would say that your little brother is negative 10 years old. Now, he may act negative 10, but he's not negative 10. So this is wrong. So you don't start with the 6. Wouldn't you have to start with the 16 and then take away? Yeah, that's what you'd have to do. So, sorry, I wrote that wrong. So you'd have to be x, which is your age, minus the 6 years. Because you say, where'd the 16 come from? Let's back up a second. I just made this number up because it's 6 less than your age, your number, whatever your number is. And I said, well, let's pick 16 because you're probably a high school student. You're probably around 16 years old. So I just made up the 16, but whatever number that is, then you'd take away 6. Let's say it's my little brother. Let's change up the problem. Let's make it a little more clear. Let's say I have a little brother and he's 6 years younger than me. And I don't have a little brother, but let's just imagine. So if I had a little brother who was 6 years younger than me, we would take my age, which you don't know, but you know that you'd take away 6, and then you'd find my brother's age, right? So you only know my brother's age if I told you mine. I'm 47, but that doesn't matter. What matters is you take whatever age you choose, you take away 6, and you get the new age. So just to rephrase one more time, with subtraction, when you're translating from English into math, subtraction sometimes, not always, but sometimes is backwards from what you'd think, and you have to change the order. So just kind of be careful with subtraction. All right, 4 less than a number, another subtraction one. You can think about what we just did on the last one. 11 subtracted from a number. Again, careful with subtraction. Sometimes they're backwards, sometimes they're not. A number decreased by 5, another subtraction. Okay, this was your first help video. Look for more help videos. Don't quit on me. Please contact me with questions. You can just find me in Canvas in the inbox, send a message to me, and let me know.